It's Wrecking Ball Radio.
Shut up and entertain me.
There's no rules. There's no rules.
Holy sh**, it's amazing.
I see her sarcasm and nastiness grow.
This is Davin's Den.
Good evening, everybody. You are watching or listening to Davin's Den. Yes, Davin's Den, the show that is better than talking to a model with ulterior motives. It's the only type of models I do talk to. They all have ulterior motives. You can watch us on davincomedy.com and on Facebook Live on the Davin's Den page. I am your host, Davin Rosebud. I'm joined by Joe Curry. Hello, Joe.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Glad to be here. Hi.
Hello. And Pip Helix. Hello, Pip.
Hi, everybody.
On the show, scamming scammers. Wendy's wants more of your money. Maybe. Drunks in the news and parents are in trouble when a party goes horribly, horribly wrong. And scam busters and a scammer cartel has just changed the game. This is actually something that I saw, I guess about a decade ago, but we really haven't seen this again and on our cartel level, and it really is a game changer. I don't know if you guys watched the video that accompanied the article, but it is certainly a game changer, and we'll get into that, see if there's anything you guys can do to protect yourself. It is Super Stupid Tuesday in America.
Stop.
Right now. Yes, that's where people... that's where a fraction of the electorate goes to vote to put forth the people that nobody wants to vote for in November. To put forth the people who, whether they win or lose the election, it probably still won't be settled. Here we go. Don't worry. And we're all in New York, so by the time it's primary season for us, it's just going to be up to these two guys, and there's really no point to vote at all anyway. There's not even a third option. Primary. We talked about it before. The whole system is so stupid. The whole electoral college is stupid. It's so antiquated. It's so antiquated that even the Supreme Court doesn't want to follow the Constitution anymore. It's 9-0. They said we're not following the Constitution. Because the 14th Amendment is very clear, and with an insurrection, that you shouldn't be able to run for office.
We're accused of an insurrection.
Here we go.
9 of the justices already ruled in favor.
That's what I said. I said. But it makes no sense, because we have qualifications to run for president. For instance, if you're born in Canada, unless you're Ted Cruz, but if you're born in Canada, you can't run for the president of the United States. You're born in another country. If you are under 35, which means that when you bend down, you don't go, you don't crack like all of our candidates, you can't run. So there are rules. So we do have ways of keeping people off ballots, and insurrection is one of them. Now, if you wanted to argue, the only argument would be,
those people.
What?
And we do have the public's right to choose those.
We don't have the right, though. If we wanted to vote if there was an amazing 29-year-old that was sweeping the nation and had America gaga, like Taylor Swift, but she's 34. So if Taylor Swift, who everybody loves, except for the haters, but if Tay-Tay wanted to run for president, we can't even vote for Tay-Tay because she's too young. She would not be allowed on any of the ballot. There are rules. So... listen, the argument would be...
the fault lies at both parties.
I'm not blaming parties. What I'm saying, the argument would be against not... there's two arguments for not... for keeping... for putting Trump on the ballot. One argument is... it's kind of weird if states, one state or two states or three states... can make a decision for the whole country. That's kind of a weird thing. I hear that argument. The other argument is he has not been convicted of trying to overthrow the government. So that you can have that. Those are the two arguments I want to hear. The fact that the 14th Amendment doesn't cover it, that's a bunch of nonsense. But there are two arguments, and it is what it is. And even the Democrats want this guy on the ballot. But the Supreme Court is carrying his water. You know, they don't want the January 6th trial to happen. And if Trump wins, it never will happen. We will never know. But that's the country we have. We have I don't know. That's why nobody believes in the institutions in this country. You know, people don't believe in the court, people don't believe in the politicians, people don't believe in the voting, they don't believe in the media, they don't believe yo mama. They don't believe anything anymore. It's just everybody's got a conspiracy theory or an ulterior motive or a parallel way of thinking. I mean, that's just where we are. It's not a country. See, here's the thing, and then we'll move on. I don't want to do politics tonight. You know, I watch Morning Joe and I watch a lot of these shows, and they always go, well, the American people are too smart for that. And I feel like Bill Maher and me are the only ones go, no, we're not. We're not that smart. We're not that bright. Stop giving us too much credit for shit. We are the same people that will, when it's cold outside, will stick our tongue on a metal pole. There's enough of us that do that. We are not that bright.
Have you met us?
Right?
We're not.
No, we're not smart. And most of us don't care about politics. That's the vast majority of it. Most people, and we don't know, I've said it, we don't know how politics affect us. Really, if you care about politics, you should really vote local. I mean, because that's what really affects you. Pip has disappeared into the ether. Do you see? Oh, there she is.
I'm still here. It's
Wow.
just, I have a very small window, if you will, of movement before I disappear into the void.
It is the worst magic trick ever. When you disappear, it's disappointing. When you reappear, it's disappointing. There's just no point where we get the fucking cheer. It's very disappointing.
Boo! Boo!
Boo, indeed. Look at Joe. Joe looks like he's actually trying to land something. He looks so fucking serious tonight.
Yeah. You okay, Joe?
It's just here's the deal. It's been a very long day. I've been at it 5 o'clock and not have one break. I'm just, it's like when I used to come up there. I'm just chilling out.
All right. Do you bump into things? Do you bump into things entering your house like you used to in mine, knocking shit over?
Well, your house was an obstacle course.
It was stairs, stupid. It was stairs.
Getting down there.
Pip always managed to get down there just fine.
Oh, but I do have to say,
slow, and when she was scared, she moved scared and slow. All right.
yes, I was creeping like I was creeping up on something. You know what I was creeping up on? Your recyclables. You're trying to kill me on those stairs.
Oh, that's right. Those used to live there.
The death basket of recyclables.
Never had an issue.
No, if I wore a dress, like the edge of my dress would just kind of brush against the bag, and if I started pulling something with me, I had to stop, rearrange, set the recyclables back where they belong, sit empty bags, and then I would come down the stairs. So I do get that.
So this free Ford Taurus that we got from my parents. This free Ford Taurus that has cost me thousands of dollars that we have gotten from my parents.
Oh God.
For one of my daughter's 2 cars. The other car, which we put $6,000 into because we thought that was going to be my daughter's car. So where I last left off with this, we had to take the car to a dealership because our mechanic's like, I've tried everything I can do. They might have to reset the computer, which is the same thing they did with the Buick, by the way, which was thousands and thousands of dollars later. So,
oh, that's the Taurus, right? I thought she got the. So what are you guys doing with the Buick? I thought the Buick was hers.
The Taurus is smaller and more manageable. It also has a lot less miles on it. The Buick's a better car, but the Taurus has a lot less miles on it.
Okay.
Right.
So we don't know. I mean, pretty much every day when the car is not at the dealership or the shop, she drives the Taurus, but right now she's driving the Buick. So our mechanic said he changed everything he could change. And so we took it to the dealer. The dealer, as I said, costs $200 an hour. $200 an...
Yeah, it's about the going rate, yeah.
Ouch.
Said it could take a week or two until we get it back because he needed some of the older guys I guess, who are more experienced with a car. I guess the car's an '07 or something, which I don't understand. Aren't we learning about shit at mechanic school? I mean, really, it's '07. It's not 1907. I mean, what are we doing here? We're not rolling in a Model T.
May as well be, though. I mean, once they move on to new technology, you do need the old guys to step in with their old-timey knowledge because the young guys, look, there's people that are driving age that don't know how to read script. So yes, things are moving at lightning speed. We need I I know people that I consider not young kids that can't drive a stick shift. So you do need the old timey guys.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't drive a stick shift because it's just not a thing.
It,
Did you
it's,
learn? Did you learn on the set?
I did.
How about you?
Nope.
I had the three on the two. When I took my driving lessons, it was a Veloz that had an automatic transmission. However, my van, the three.
Oh my God. This is my first car that isn't manual.
And isn't it a delight?
You know what? I have gotten really spoiled not gearing down at lights, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Or bumper to bumper traffic? Forget it.
Yeah, my knee
That's
is happier.
Yeah, that's you remember when we first met, I had that Isuzu Amigo, my Jeep, which I loved.
Oh,
But I started doing, that's when I really started traveling doing standard, and the standard shift in bumper to bumper traffic
yeah.
was beyond unbearable. So when I got my RAV4, I definitely made sure I got an automatic.
So
Yeah.
anyway, probably going to get the car back in a couple of weeks. They call us back about an hour later. Well, the spark plugs on here are cheap and they're corroded and they don't go on Fords. You know who put the spark plugs on? The other mechanic less than a year ago.
No. Oh God.
And this has cost us thousands. Also, the fuel filter is clogged. The gas filter is flawed. Why hasn't that been checked? You're doing all this shit. Why are you not looking there? You knew the car hesitated.
Even I know that.
And you don't check it. Yeah, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, but
don't check.
You're gonna charge me thousands of dollars for this other shit we don't need that isn't fixing anything.
Mm-mm.
You know what? You know what's amazing with mechanics? There was when I had remember that Dodge van I had. There was a red light that was on. An idiot. It was on. The mechanic I had over in Huntington could not figure out why it was on. Tried everything in the book. Can't figure out why the red light's on. Van runs fine. Yeah, what can I tell you? I worked out in Ronkonkoma, and there was a mechanic there that was really good. I bring the van to him. He goes, "Yeah, this is it. Oh, by the way, I fixed the red light. Red light's gone." So where it was a big issue for one mechanic.
This is two cars that I've spent thousands of dollars on that probably didn't need it. So we might have to find another mechanic. Now, thank God the Kia doesn't really need that much. I mean, it's got 322,000 miles on it. But
wow.
And I was reading on TikTok of all places because somebody was doing the worst cars, and Kia and Hyundai were on there, and I was looking at the comments, and one person goes, "Yeah, I've seen several Kias with 500,000 miles on it." I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my car is a spring chicken.
On the Kia Soul, I think I lucked out because basically Consumer Reports said that it's one of the best for 2023, 2024.
That's crazy. Well, my mechanic think there might be another leak in the exhaust, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's like, do you put another $1,000 into the car or not? Because you don't know when the engine's gonna go at that many miles. But
It depends, because what happens is if you start putting that money in, now you're married to, well, I already spent $1,000. I'll have to spend the 500. Well, I already spent 1,500. I got to spend the 300. You know, so it depends.
My suggestion is if you got the cash of the down payment, I would start getting another car.
when that car dies, I'm just gonna take one of the. I'll probably take the Buick at this point, unless we can't get the Ford fixed, and then I'll drive that for a while. My wife, for my 50th birthday, she wants to get me a Dodge Challenger, which would be pretty awesome. I'm like, we don't need that now, but it'd be pretty cool. So I like that car.
Yeah, I know, but you're not gonna love the gas mileage.
Well, what do you want me to tell you, Joe? That's why. Yeah, I won't love the gas mileage on the Buick or the Ford either. But whatever. So so I might have to find another mechanic. Not happy.
Yeah, it sounds like you do, because it sounds like you got taken for a little bit of a ride.
It's got to be eight. It's probably like anywhere between $6,000 and $8,000 wasted, $9,000 wasted on between these two cars. Yeah, between the two cars, the Buick and the Ford. So all right. So I was in Maryland on Friday.
How much did the house laughed at those cars?
So just leave the house out of this.
Like, I'm out of the barrel.
Leave the house out of this. It's having a nice week.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Joe, I saw this new awning on the side of the house. It wasn't an awning. It was its tongue. It was sticking its tongue out at the car.
Leave the house out of it. All right. The house is behaving. Leave it out.
Okay.
So I was in Maryland on Friday, and I experienced something that I have experienced in the past, but it's been quite some time. Do you guys know what it was?
After?
Right. Right.
Sorry.
No, I don't know what it was. What was it?
A predominantly liberal audience.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So I'll give you an example of how liberal they are. The comic before me said he had kidney cancer, but he's doing better and he's in remission. So they applauded. And then he said that means he'll be around long enough to vote for Trump. They booed. They booed the cancer survivor.
Wow. Damn. Ouch.
Yes. There was a state senator in the audience who was a Democrat. She got up and waved. They cheered. So let's think about this. They booed the cancer survivor. They cheered the politician. What bizarre world am I living in?
I'm fighting.
You know, we live amongst animals, and I don't mean the nice fluffy kind. I mean just saber-toothed tigers on 2 feet. Ugh, people suck.
So they were very sensitive over some material. And
Okay.
I think we know what I did. Actually, the cat asked. She goes, "Oh, were you doing stuff that wasn't woke enough? Did you pull back?" I go, "What do you think?" And she didn't respond. No, I punish. If you're gonna ooh and ah at stuff you should not ooh and ah, I will punish you. I do not give a shit. And the weird thing was, it was the week before at a gig in Jersey, my gig, which I actually put together, where I did a little throwaway Trump joke. It's a good line, but it's a quick joke. And a woman goes, "Don't go there." And I had to scold her. I'm like, "Do you know what you're talking to? Of course I'm going there. We're at a comedy show." So, I mean, think about it. This is why performing in front of liberal audiences or Trump audiences, not conservative audiences, because a conservative audience is not a Trump audience, are the worst. They are the worst. But here is the difference. Well, as you would imagine, I punish them. I did punishment jokes, and I whip them into shape because I got shit that's not woke, and I got shit that'll piss off the Trumpsters, and I really don't give a rat's ass.
I'm sorry, I saw you on the internet, and there's a picture of you pointing at the audience angrily. Is this during this performance?
No, that was night 2.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, continue.
Right. So here is the difference between a liberal audience and a Trump audience. Both very fucking annoying. Both are under the misnomer that I and most comedians give a shit about their sensibilities. Newsflash, we don't. We honestly don't give a shit. And if they do give a shit, they're not funny. They're just Joe has been victimized when he was not woke enough. And he had a firm, and then the person after him, I was going to say comic, but it's a loose term. The comic after it gave a firm talking to Mr. Curry and the audience about everything that Joe did wrong. So that's well, and then Joe showed her by getting in a relationship. So ultimately, nobody wins. But
No, that's not the lesson you were supposed to get.
apparently it is. But then Joe showed her by like making her listen to 7:10 a.m. trash radio all the time, and then she showed Joe by canvassing for Democrats who won contested C. So really, it was a relationship based on political spite from the beginning to the end. But neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But
And
here's the
hate.
difference.
Sounds like
Here's
hate.
what?
And hate. It sounds
Yes.
like
Here is the difference between a liberal audience, which is annoying, and a Trump audience, which is annoying. At no time with the liberal audience did I feel like I was going to get attacked, that somebody might throw something, that somebody might rush the stage. The liberal audience will go, ooh, which is annoying. The Trump audience will be like, you're in Trump country. Fuck you. I'm in the United States of America. And he's going to have to sell part of Trump country because he can't afford all the fucking judgments against him. Fuck you. Don't tell me where the hell I am. But so both audiences are annoying, but the Trump audience is menacing. And I don't mean all Trump fans. I'm not saying that. And I don't mean all liberals. And I'm not saying that. But those of you that think I give a shit during my show, I'm talking to you. I don't give a shit. And real comics should not give a shit. And I wish clubs did not give a shit. Take your hurt feelings and stay home and go watch YouTube videos and leave nasty comments that'll get deleted because the comics are too sensitive and don't want to read them.
I was on Don Still's show last night.
Who?
Really good. Don Still. He runs the show out of Governors, and I was on his podcast.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, well, I like how you said that, like I was supposed to know who that was.
well, nobody knows who you are, so it's
Plenty of people know who I am.
On show last night, and we were talking about comedy, and we were talking about people that are staying true, staying true with all this, like Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, guys like that, and those are the guys that are respected, the guys that stay true, that don't bow. So yeah, and I think the audience is the way to becoming sensitive. There might be some pushback because basically these woke comics that go in there and they pander are not good, and the audience are not going to come back, and it's going to be, it's going to take really true comics that stay true to what they believe in to start to bring everything back.
I don't know if it's woke. I got to tell you, I haven't seen woke pandering comics. I haven't been in the city in a while. I don't really go in the city much anymore. But I haven't, in all the shows I do, all over the place, I have not seen these woke comics. Pandering comics, yes. Comics have always pandered. Women are so much smarter than men. That type of, comics have always pandered.
What are you saying?
I'm saying there better be a punchline coming back the other way. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. What woke comics are there?
Trevor Noah is a perfect example. Trevor Noah is absolutely milquetoast and unfunny, and very.
But you just said there's a backlash, and the guy sells out huge venues. So that's a bad example.
Gets all the liberal because he gets all these liberal audiences that come in. He is absolutely not funny. Do you find any humor in him?
I don't really know his stand-up that much, to be honest with you. I mean,
God,
I don't find Dave Chappelle funny though. I mean, there's lots of people. There's lots of people that I don't find funny. I'm not the end all be all. I mean, listen, people like it, and I don't think Sebastian Maniscalco's that funny. I think we got a half dozen of those guys running around here. But so what do I know? You know.
Well, you have he's part of all the Italian, all the
Right,
Italian
but you say, well,
jumping on the bandwagon with that shit.
but I mean, but Sebastian Maniscalco is beloved. I mean, he just doesn't scratch me where I itch. Doesn't mean the guy's not funny. I mean, so Trevor Noah has a lot of fans. I mean, obviously, a lot of that was curated during hosting the Daily Show for 9 years. But I don't know if he's funny or not funny. He seems like a good guy. I don't know if he's funny or not funny. It's all subjective. I don't find these conservative comics that are still doing Hillary Clinton jokes all that funny. But they get laughs. So what do I know?
Are there people still doing Hillary jokes?
Once in a while.
Oh, good.
I mean, listen. They are obsessed with Hillary. They love Hillary. Even Trump brought her up the other day in his speech. Oh, that's right. He said he's taking away the nickname from Hillary. He's taking away Crooked Hillary and giving it to Crooked Joe. So Jon Stewart's like, hasn't she suffered enough? Now you're taking her nickname?
Really? Leave her alone already.
I mean, listen. I mean, Trump is stuck a decade ago too. He thinks Obama's president, and if Obama was president, Trump wouldn't even have a sniff at winning this election. But he's not, so he might. But that's neither here nor there. So at the end of the night, I mean, it wound up being a really good show. It wound up being a good show because I'm not going to back down from it. At the end of the night, the politician comes up to me. Cheryl Kagan, very nice lady, and she tells me that she's performed at the DC Improv and she really likes puns, and like she's given speeches on, I guess, the Senate floor in Maryland and at the DC Improv, giving speeches in puns and animal puns, and she started reciting that for me at the end of the night. So
Terrible.
what are you gonna do? I mean, but she was actually quite lovely. She was not a stick in the mud politician. Apparently she's gone to several of the shows there. And she was, sometimes you get these politicians and like, I can't laugh at this stuff. I've been fortunate. She was very cool. A couple of years ago up here, I had a Republican state senator who I became friends with, who was very cool and not a stick in the mud. So you get that. Usually it's the audiences that are a stick in the mud. You audiences have to do better. But
wait, Davin, you kind of glossed over what is the look on your face, or what are you doing?
Well, that was night 2. I didn't get to night 2 yet.
No, I meant when she is telling you terrible animal pun stuff. What does your face look like? How do you comport yourself? Do you politely smile? Do you laugh fakely? What do you do?
What do you think I did?
I think you kind of smile and nod.
What do you think I did, Joe?
Yeah, less.
Okay. I smiled, I nodded, and I added my own animal pun pip.
Okay, because I'm just thinking, when confronted with somebody who's like, oh, now I'm going to show you my stupid human trick, and it's not great, what do you do?
Well, I mean, listen, it's a politician. You want to give them a certain amount of respect. It's a little different. It's a little different than when the person comes up to you after the show and go, "Oh, I got something you could use in your act." Sometimes I smile. Sometimes I say, "Please don't."
The best thing was when you would do a show with Vic, and you would have that guy that wants to be the pals of the comics. They go, "Hey, where are you from? Hey, how's it go? So tell me a show." And then he would go, "We are trying to eat dinner. Could you please leave us alone?" and that's one of the only times he ever came in handy dandy.
But she was nice. So Saturday, the crowd was really good for the first 2 comics. I'm like, oh, and I've had this before. I'm like, I'm just gonna go up here. I'm just gonna tell my jokes. It's gonna be a good, easy night. That's all I want to do. Some nights you just want to go up there, tell your jokes. From the word go, I got this guy in the front all over me, trying to be funnier than me. And I go back and forth with him for a little bit. But I decide I don't want this guy to take over the show because we're too early for this. The place is packed and I'm not in the mood for it. So I tell him, I go, listen, you keep this up, you're not going to make it through the whole show, which is something I never say. But I warned him. And then I think his wife pulled him together and he kind of calmed down. So it was a fundraiser for Civic Circle. And Civic Circle is a group that wants to encourage democracy in children through music. That is their mission. And I said, I go, when I was watching what was happening on January 6th, I was just thinking, if somebody would have given these guys a tambourine, none of this would have happened.
No, it's definitely a little flute.
Well, I busted their chops throughout the evening, and they were very good about it. Actually, one of the comics was very impressed. He's like, I thought you were going to run out of instruments. And it was tough. I was starting to run out of instruments. But it is a noble, if not a silly cause. Like, I don't know how you encourage democracy through music. I mean, not democracy. I could see brotherhood through music. I could music bringing people together.
Right.
But when I think of democracy, I think of voting. I think of courts. I think of politicians. I think of the process. I think of law and order. I don't think now would be a good time for a French horn. That has never crossed my mind.
I'm thinking that maybe what they mean by that is that, democracy is supposed to be that every person has a say. Every person is involved in the process somehow. So maybe they're saying, music is like that. Everybody's got their part to play, literally with an instrument. I don't know.
That must be a Pip, because I'll tell you what, when I see orchestras performing, I can just look at those violas and they're like, we're going to fucking take out that conductor. Who does that son of a bitch think he is waving his stick at us? This is a democracy. We all get a chance to stand up front and wave a stick.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody has gotten a little bit big for their britches.
I go, you came up with this during COVID, didn't you? This was during some fakakta Zoom call. You were bored. This is what it was. He didn't deny it. So I said, so that picture that you're talking about that's on my Instagram and Facebook, I said something. I don't remember what the joke was or what the laugh was, and they are like, ooh, like one of those. So I'm just like, bring it. I don't give a shit. Bring it. Bring all your booze. I bask in your booze. I don't give a shit anymore most nights. And that's what that was. And it was a really good show. I was proud of myself though. I didn't keep going at this guy. So then because he'd settled in, a lot of times, me and other comics, there's somebody who's an irritant. You deal with it, and then they calm down. And because we're so goddamn narcissistic and needy, we got to keep on picking at the irritant when we shouldn't have. When it just settled down. And I've been guilty of it, and plenty of comics do it. And you sit in the back, go, "What are you doing? What are you doing? They're calm. Stop it. What? Leave them alone. Stop it." And I've been guilty of that.
Yeah, the bear is finally sleeping. Let it lie.
Exactly. And I didn't do that. But he was so well behaved. So I'm like, all right. So as I'm wrapping up, I'm like, all right, you've been pretty good. I'm thinking, I'll go to you now. Incorporate him in the last joke, which I did. Worked out fine. He was happy. Him and his wife come up to me after the show, say what a good time they had. So I was pleased that I actually handled that situation, which occasionally I don't handle well. I handled it correctly. That I was disciplined enough, and it was a free for all at parts during the show. But I was disciplined enough not to poke the bear.
Good. I mean, I think that it's a teachable moment. I think that there are times when we all have this weak spot where we just keep going for the thing that we know is good. Like, don't take the bait, and we do it. And it's good to hear that you are capable of learning.
I'll tell you what, Pip, you give me another 25 years, I might get this shit right. I might figure it out.
You know? And then you'll be ready to run for president.
I'll be a little young, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be a baby president.
Yes, by our standards, yes.
They should really get rid of that 35-year-old rule. That's a stupid rule. People live a lot longer now.
No, I know,
So I
but
guess
that they're saying they don't want people who are immature. I mean, it hasn't helped things, but they're just trying to say that they don't want people with not enough life experience to run basically a good chunk of the planet. I happen to
right,
agree.
but there are 35-year-olds that have been through a lot of shit and seen a lot of different things. And then there are 70-year-olds that have been sheltered the whole life and have had somebody's powdered their asses, Joe would say, their whole life. I mean, what is
That's
experience?
absolutely true. But when you consider that our frontal cortex is not completely developed until about 25, I don't think that 35 is too much to ask.
And yeah, and 35, in life, you're just getting your act together at 35.
Yeah.
And it's enough to get your act together to run your life. Now you're running the country, and you're the commander of the free world. So it's like, yeah, you need to. 35 is a good age.
Your average 35-year-old, well, maybe not as knowledgeable, is more on the ball today, average 35-year-old, than the two candidates we have, who forget what they're saying, forget who they're running against, forget various things. I mean, your average 30. No, let me take that wrong back. Not your average 35-year-old. Your exceptional 35-year-old. Give me an exceptional 35-year-old. Give me a highly motivated, like Mark Zuckerberg, for instance. I mean, talk about an accomplished guy at 35. I mean, he's not better than the exceptional 35-year-old isn't better than the average 60-year-old in that case. The guy's exceptional.
He's missing an empathy chip. I don't think so.
So is one of the candidates. One candidate runs on empathy, the other candidate can't spell it. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, but I'm talking about exceptional people. I mean, people are.
And there are always going to be exceptions to the rule. There are going to be exceptional 35-year-olds who I'd much rather, if I met them and saw, how they work, I would much rather have them run. But the thing is that I would say the majority of 35-year-olds are not mature enough yet to take the pressure of running the country. I don't think
we don't
so.
have a maturity test, and there's nothing that could prepare you for running the country.
No, there's nothing that can prepare you for that. It's the worst job ever. But I'm just saying that the pressure of that and the knowledge base that one would have to have, you assume. I'm just saying what we expect. I'm not saying that
who expects?
They have these things.
But who expects?
What you would hope for. Now, if you're going to parse every fucking word,
I'm just aware of where we are. As dear Sensei Ferdico says, W was a C student. I mean, he's a Republican.
I know, and what a fucking disappointment. I'm saying what we hope for in a president, what we wish the candidate had. I'm not saying that we've had shining examples of this stuff.
America wants somebody they can have a beer with. That's what all these things are. They want a beer, somebody who's like them. I'm the exception. I've said it time again. I don't want the president having a beer with me, and I certainly don't want him like me. I want him way better than me.
Yeah, I want him better than me.
But we don't get that.
No. Yeah. No, we don't, because we've made it impossible. It's an impossible job.
Yeah, and there's no downtime, and the media, is always up your ass, which is their job. I don't fault the media for that. But
no,
but you want to know something? You would have to be such a big narcissist to really want that
Yeah, of course.
Deal with that.
with everything, and to run and go through. I could not deal with that. I go to sleep. I don't want to be woken up at 3:00 and because Russia's trying to pull some shit.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you know what? I stay up at night over bills. Can you imagine if you had to worry about nuclear Armageddon every damn night?
And here's how I look at it. I'm up at 2 a.m. anyway. It's better than sitting there and watching replays of the news. I'm up. All right, I'll field a call from Putin. Let's go.
Let me tell you something. If I got woken up in the middle of the night, China's got the missiles aimed at the West Coast, Mr. President. What do you want to do? Do we really need California? I'm back to bed.
Oh my God. Yeah, there would be being woken up, startled awake over crises that we can't even imagine, stuff that they think will terrify the public so badly that they won't even tell us these horrible things. This happens to them every day for 4 solid years, and maybe they get to have a week off at Camp David. Who wants this job?
But here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing. If I'm up at 2 a.m. and I'm getting that call, I can call anybody and go, "Are you up?" Everybody has to take my call. So I have somebody to talk to. I don't have to sit with it by myself like you and I, or like the three of us have to do now when there's a problem. We have to sit with it by ourselves. See who's got a little green light on Instagram or Facebook. No, I'm the President of the United States. Hey, get up. I was thinking, do you like chocolate or strawberry frozen yogurt? Because we're gonna have a thing for the kids in DC on Sunday. What do you like? I can make that call.
And I'd say, it's 4 a.m., you maniac, leave me alone.
No, you would say, how about a swirl, Mr. President? That's what you would say, because you have to take the call. That's the
You
thing.
have to take the call, which is why being on the cabinet is the second worst job.
But even if you're a friend, like, you got to take the call. Like, Trump was known for calling his friends. That's who he would be talking to. He would call his friends. So, I mean, sure. At least now you always have to take. What do you mean you're in traffic? Pull over. It's the goddamn President of the United States. I don't give a shit if you're late for dinner. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like, I get the ticket. You're picking up the phone while you're driving. Do it.
Yeah, like the president never hears, "Can he call you back?" No. That's what I figure. All these problems are coming. I'm up anyway with nonsense. I go to bed at 9:30. I'm up at 1. I'm up. Who do you want to take that 3 a.m. call? The guy who's watching Archie's place. He's up, he's focused, he's engaged. Let's go.
I want a guy that's watching Manic. I'll be up watching Manic.
I'm the guy. I'm already awake. I'm barely sleeping as it is.
We know who they're going to be calling. They've just heard you're awake all the time.
I don't, but I will take a nap again at like 7 a.m. I'll take a quick 20-minute nap at 7 a.m. But that's executive time.
Yeah. It's only 20 minutes? What? That's not enough executive time.
I wonder if I would still want to talk to the media. Probably, but I'd probably be snarky.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
give me an
think?
answer.
Well, if they ask stupid questions.
Yeah, sometimes they really, really do.
What did Netanyahu say to you? Yeah, I'm going to tell you and the whole world exactly what he said to me, because that's really going to help solve the problem. Do you have any questions I can't answer?
Like, realistically, that you think I might? What do you think? Do you get points for asking these dumb things? Is there a score?
Hey, Brahim, do you see tequila shots around here? I don't. So what makes you think I'm drunk enough to answer this question honestly? What's wrong with you?
If you see a whole bunch of shot glasses turned upside down, then have at it. Otherwise, use your head.
I might be annoyed with the walkout. Where you walk to like the helicopter. I'd be like, get off my lawn. You guys are traipsing all over my grass here. What's wrong with you? I finally have a nice lawn that I don't have to mow, and you're running all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if I was one of the reforms like Peter Ducef, like, really? You're parking a fucking helicopter on it. Do you really think you care about your grass?
Yeah, and the helicopter pad. It's not running all over the place chasing after me. It's not parking here and here and here and here. It parks in one space. That's the helicopter space. We know we can't have nice grass over there. That's the helicopter space. Everything else, I want nice grass.
I'm glad you met with the landscapers after the morning briefing.
Sure. Listen. They just got here on a bus from Texas. I'd be wrong if I didn't meet with them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's the matter? No?
No.
Why?
This is why we can't have nice things, Davin.
You know what, though, Pip? Let's be honest. If I do want to have a presidential garden like Michelle Obama did, I want some of those guys that Abbott's shipping over.
Yeah, you can't have a presidential garden because the next ding dong is going to come and lop it all down. So what's the point?
Well, for my 8 years, I'm going to have good veggies.
What are you going to grow tomatoes and stuff like that? You're a Jew. You're not Italian.
Really?
We don't grow tomatoes.
Yeah, man. Didn't you see the fucking bounty I had last year? We kicked the shit out of tomatoes.
Yeah, they were really good. He does grow tomatoes.
Those cherry tomatoes I had were insane, weren't they, Pip?
I don't eat those, and I started to like them because of the ones they grew.
They were like grapes. That's how sweet they were.
They were amazing. Yeah.
So how dare you judge my ability to grow a tomato?
I don't see them for anything else, though.
Now, I'm not going out there with a wife beater shirt, boxers, sandals, and white socks. I'm not doing my gardening that way. But...
Why not? It would be amusing for the neighbor.
No, we have high fences. It's very, very
do.
Yes, it's like Mar-a-Lago over here. It really is. Gonna be. That's another thing. I wouldn't want people vacationing at my house. I don't know why he does that.
I can't imagine what it would be like. It's sort of like those big ancestral homes in Europe where people their families have lived in them for years, and they live in one part and they have tours through the other part. That would be super weird.
See, I don't understand him though. Like he's got to wear a suit down for breakfast. I don't want that. I want to.
Down on my sweat. And you want to know something? I want to be rich enough where you buy a house where it's got a name. All these mansions have a name.
They do.
Mine has a name, Money Pit. Yeah, no, Money Pitto.
Ours has a name, Brown Gardens.
Ew. I guess he likes being around people who like him, but not first thing in the morning. I don't want that.
No. Ooh, I'm having a bad hair life, but first thing in the morning is particularly egregious. I don't want people bellying up to the omelet bar to see me. Ew, no.
And and also I could imagine because Davin has an idea how pleasant I am in the morning. Also, there's somebody else that is of knowledge that knows how unpleasant I am in the morning.
You're not so much better in the afternoon or evening.
Yeah.
What? That's shocking that you're unpleasant first thing in the morning, Joe. What? I've never heard that story.
No, I'm not a pleasant person.
Joe wakes up thinking about bumper-to-bumper traffic. I said, you wake up thinking about bumper-to-bumper traffic.
That's usually where I wind up 40 minutes later, but,
That's because that's where you live. I tell you what, every time I'm stuck in traffic, I think...
Once I get here. That's what I can say. It's nice once I get here. Because, traffic was awful this morning. It was awful tonight.
Yep. Yes. This morning,
Yeah.
on my lunch hour, I almost got into no less than 3 accidents because the people around me are animals.
Wow.
3 accidents. I only have an hour.
Oh, I had an immigrant get pissed off at me. I don't know if she was legal or not. I think she was Muslim. So I'm at a rest area coming back on Sunday, and I'm trying to park. So I have my left indicator on because I got to make a left into it. Got to cut across, and she's coming from the other side. Now I already have my left indicator on, and she's coming in from the other side, and she wants to pull into that spot. I'm like, exactly. And I honked at her. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So she winds up parking a couple spots down. I'm like thinking, what an idiot. So I'm walking out. She's walking in her little hijab and talking Arabic or something. Goes, and I heard idiot. I'm like thinking, really? Really? You with that piece of shit car? Get back to Gaza. Get out of here. Scram.
Whoa!
And it sounds like, are you turning into me in your old age?
Well, when I'm dealing with traffic from Maryland coming home, and the enemy is yelling about me at a parking spot when she's wrong.
Yeah, but she's wrong. But as
enemy, if I said that, I could have stolen from you too. How can
Yeah.
you say that? If you don't do
No. See, you guys are misunderstanding. Anybody who's an asshole when they're driving is the enemy. It has nothing to do with race or religion or anything. If you're an asshole when you drive, you are the enemy.
no, apparently it does, because you had to bring up the hijab and what language you thought that she was mumbling in. What
Yeah,
the hell?
You should hear what I say about the Hasidic when they cut me off on the thruway.
Well, everybody in this area says that.
I said it time. I used to talk about it in the act. The only time I'm a racist or a bigot is in my car. All bets are off because I don't have time to get your name. I don't have time to get your interests and get your hobbies. There's two things that identify you: the way you're driving, which makes you asshole, and how you look. That's all. And only how you look from the chest up. I have this much to judge. So Pip would be a bottled redheaded twat if she cut me off.
Now, hold on a second. You're at me about that even out of the car. So your whole theory is shot.
Like Joe would be a skin-headed motherfucker who can't drive. I'm making snap judgments, Pip. I'm not waiting for them to get out of the car and go, excuse me, I want to say something horrible about you. Could you tell me your country of origin? No, I don't have time for that.
What does it matter, the country of origin?
Yes. Fortunately, I have a Rolodex of awful things to call people.
Oh, God.
Why? We got to compare them, maybe share some files.
Sure. Look at Pip judging. Whatever.
You know, there's no need to go into any of that. An asshole is an asshole.
So if an Asian person cuts you off, you just leave it at asshole.
I do. Asshole.
I don't believe you.
Ride in the car with me some more, you'll see.
I do the whole act out. Cut me off. Me know how to drive.
Joe makes a one-man play.
But Joe is not surprising me with this. I know Joe. I know this. Davin.
Like, bitch, you cut me off. Me know how to drive. Yeah, so yeah. I go act out.
Joe actually takes an intermission during his racist rants in the car.
He does.
What we to do with act out, you know?
Like if I see a Hasidic guy, and they're not doing anything wrong, by the way. Sometimes I say, but for instance, in my head I go, hello. I don't know why. I have to go, hello, because I imagine that's how they would say hello. I don't know why.
It's not, but we have lots of Hasidic customers. I have not heard that one yet, but
or if they cut me off, sometimes I'm respectful. I'll be like, really, Rabbi? And they're not a rabbi. They're just dressing the part.
Really, Rabbi? Oh my God.
They're posers.
No, they just all dress the same. The black and the payas and the long beards, like Santa Claus didn't take a shower. Come on now.
It's to me, it's an odd look, but that's their thing.
No, it's because of the religion, I guess. But yeah, like I'm not a bigot in real life. I treat people equally and everything. But in a car, Yeah, I'm going to call you by the lowest common denominator if you almost get me and my family killed. I'm sorry. It's not time for niceties.
And the thing about that is, like, when they talk about road rage, it literally sometimes is a matter of life and death. Okay.
Yeah.
And and I'll give you an example. Let's say you bump into somebody's cart at the supermarket. You're like, "Over my produce, motherfucker." It's not a matter of life and death. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mac. But in a car, there are such situations where it's a matter of life and death. And this is a guy that possibly could have killed you.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where the rage comes from.
Yeah, but why does their race have to come into it? They're just an
Because I
asshole.
don't know their name.
Motherfucker is their name.
I don't like to curse.
Okay.
Look at you all proper behind the wheel.
Language, Pip. Language.
Yes, I have terrible language. My father was a Navy. I have a mouth like a sailor, but not a racist sailor, sir.
So
No.
like if a woman cuts you off, you don't even go, "You stupid bitch."
I might call her a stupid bitch. I might yell to a person of either gender, "You dick," but I'm not like, "You Puerto Rican dick."
Why?
What's that have to do with it?
Why?
Not that I can tell if they're passing that quickly. Anyway, why? Because it has nothing to do with their driving.
But it does.
How?
They are representing their people in the worst possible way.
They're representing themselves as an asshole bad driver.
Nope.
Live for Puerto Rico and my people.
Yes.
Like it's the Olympics.
Yes,
I'm representing my people as I drive like an asshole.
Listen, what do you want me to tell you? Maybe her hijab was on a little too tight. What do you want? She's the one who called me an idiot face to face. She's the one that was in the wrong.
She was. Oh no, she totally was in the wrong. She was the idiot. But I just don't see what any of the rest of it had to do with it.
Well, if our beloved President 45 had his wish, she wouldn't have been in there to try to steal that spot. She would have been deported long ago. You heard the man.
There would have been a Swedish woman telling you that you were an idiot and cutting you off.
Perhaps.
If he had his druthers.
With the women with the hijabs, because if they blow themselves up. And you too. So
Wow. I don't think she was blowing herself up.
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
It would have been nice if but it was a really small car. So, I mean,
there wasn't enough room for ammo? Is that what
No, I mean, if you're going to be a car bomber, you might as well drive like a Yukon or something.
more shrapnel.
Yes, I mean, what are you gonna? What are you gonna? It wasn't even. It was smaller than a Prius, and it was like an ugly, like green color. Ugh.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound pretty.
No.
So she's an asshole. It drives an ugly car. How about them apples?
Listen, man, there would have been no hostilities between me and her, and we could have left it at the honk. We could have left it at like the one. But when she's giving me the look like I'm the asshole, it's like you see the directional.
I hate that. I hate that. Well, one of the most trying things that I have to go through in any day is lunchtime, because it usually involves a parking lot where other people are trying to get lunch, and a parking lot full of hungry assholes is very dangerous.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. People there's some parking lots you go in. It's like when I go through on my way to work, I cut through a parking lot to get to the expressway, and they built a Starbucks there, and there's a stop sign that I really got to watch, because people are like, got that coffee, they're not paying attention. I can't tell you how many people have run that stop sign, how many times I've laid on the horn, how many people have dropped their coffee and shit their pants thanks to me.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
That's quite a morning mess.
All right, we'll take.
No, and they got Joe.
Well, listen, don't drive like an asshole. If I'm doing 80 or 90, you should not be blowing by me.
No, right.
And it happens. I'm like doing 90, like, holy shit. And like, boom, like, wow.
Well, the rule in New York is no matter how fast you go, there's somebody who wants to go faster.
It's usually me, but
Mhm.
all right. We'll take a break. On the break, we got new music from Glypho with Let's Dance and Martin Whisper featuring Jackie with Mind Control, A Twisted Game. And you can learn more about both those artists at khb-music.de. When we come back, scamming scammers with Jenny and pig butchering. 6 minutes.
Okay.
Davin's Den. It's Davin's Den.
Back. Listen to Davin's Den. Thank you guys for hanging out. Do some scammers with Jenny. Did you guys notice that the Facebook and the Instagram was down today?
Oh my God, yeah.
I didn't notice it, but I heard it.
Yeah, I thought I got hacked. I'm like, because I'm trying to log in. I'm like, I don't think I clicked on a link. I mean, I know I'm dealing with these scammers. Did they finally get me? But they didn't get me.
I thought I got hacked too. I was like, oh, come on. I didn't log out. What is my password?
I actually remembered it, and it kept on saying like invalid. So then you're like, all right, was there a capital letter here? I'm like, oh. But then you just go on Down Detector, and you see that the complaints are through the roof. But yeah, it's that's how much scammers are in our heads. Like, there's they must have gotten me. I'm like, wow, that would suck to lose that Facebook page.
Yeah.
But all right, let's do this. So when we last left this is a romance / pig butchering scam, as Jenny, our scammer, showed her hand as she wants me to download Coinbase, which is a cryptocurrency app. She's put a lot of pressure on me to download that, even though I've already expressed to her that I really don't want to, and I know enough about cryptocurrency. But the feeling is that eventually I will open up this Coinbase app, and she will suggest I use some algorithm, I'm guessing, that will tell me when to buy my cryptocurrency and when to sell my cryptocurrency. That's what will happen, and then my account will look like it's doing really, really well until I want that money, and there won't be any money in my account because they will have taken all the money. That's what it seems like Jenny's angling with. Or she's just a swell gal. It's one or the other. It is one or the other.
Nonsense. Bullshit.
Yeah. So, and we'll do more of the pig butchering in the next segment. So we'll pick up on October 22nd, 2022. We have some morning niceties. I ask her if she sleeps well. She slept well. Have a nice weekend. How was your day? I go, I'm glad. I've been up working for hours. See, I've been up working like a president, solving problems for hours.
Squirting ketchup on the walls. Oh, wait. Sorry.
While you're asleep, I'm thinking about what to get Putin for his birthday. That's what I do. She goes, don't you have a break this weekend? I go, weekends are my busiest time. I'm a bit of a workaholic. Has been a hindrance in a relationship, sadly. She goes, you can relax yourself properly. What is your job today? I go, I've been writing a lot of new material, and I'm doing a bit of social media, which I don't like. It's okay. I have a high motor. She goes, it sounds exhausting, but we work hard so we can have a good life for ourselves and our families. You can enjoy your life once in a while. I always like when a scammer's giving me tips on how to live.
Yeah, I know.
I want you to unwind a little bit.
She seems very concerned about me, so perhaps she's misjudged. Perhaps she's a good gal.
Maybe she's a life coach.
I go, the hard work allows me to fly to LA to show a lady I am serious about her. Without hard work, I can't do the things I want. Maybe you could teach me to take a bit of time and relax and slow down. Nobody else has been able to, but you seem to be a bit different to me. Remember, I want to fly to LA and take her on a date, go to a fancy restaurant and sit at the chef's table because she's a foodie.
I like that plan.
Sure, I'm a nice guy. She goes, yes, when you have your own passive income, you can relax your life. There's no need to work so hard. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I go, I have investments. She goes, what kind of portfolio do you have? Maybe I can give you some advice. And now this is a typical pig butchering thing. They're going to give you advice on how to invest as a friend, as a loved one. Even though you haven't asked for it, out of the goodness of their heart, they're going to teach you how to invest. Kind of like people on Facebook, your friends, who when cryptocurrency's up over 60, they can't shut the fuck up, but when it's down over 24, they have nothing to say. Like those people.
Thank you, stranger person I just met.
Well, I go, I'm always willing to listen to advice. I got out of Bitcoin when it was at $43,158.45. Ethereum at $1,509.23. Held Ethereum too late. It's okay, though. Various stocks, some CDs, pretty diverse. I never invested in cryptocurrency, but for her, I did. So she likes that. So I go, I move stuff when I get in the mood. She goes, cryptocurrency is a very promising market. Is Bitcoin a bit similar to Bitcoin in 2018? I go, I know you're very bullish on it. She goes, because cryptocurrencies can double in price in just a few years. Anything can double in price in just a few years. Anything can. And anything can lose all of its value. It can happen tomorrow. That's the way investments go.
Yeah.
She goes, there must be a reason for that. I've also invested in stocks before. In the end, because I was not very familiar with it and didn't make any money, I gave up. I go, maybe I can help you with stocks if you wish. She goes, thank you for your kindness. But now cryptocurrencies have brought me a lot of profit. I am satisfied with the stable income I am earning now. I prefer this kind of open and transparent investment. Okay, there's one thing that cryptocurrencies are not. They are not stable. It is a very volatile investment. If you have the stomach...
Is it ever?
Yeah. I mean, if you have the stomach for big highs and big lows, then it could be a lot of fun. But you can't call it stable. There's just no way to do that.
Are we talking about cryptocurrency or the cat again?
I prefer the cat in this conversation. I go, okay, the offer stands if you ever wanted to diversify a bit. She goes, thanks again for the offer. I will consider it. It seems that you must be very researched in stocks. Do you think that stock is good now? So I'm trying to be her equal when it comes to investments, trying to dissuade her from trying to bamboozle me. Because I'm sure a lot of times when they talk to marks, victims, potential love interests, that these people do not know about cryptocurrencies and are so much in love that they go, yes, dear, and they will invest. That's the plan. That's what they want to do.
Now, I guess that they reinforce what they know about cryptocurrency, because basically a lot of people don't know about it. And I guess that you would have to be positive reinforcement to the person they're trying to scam that this is the way to go. And when we do the story a little while, you see a little bit more to that effect that you led on to. So yeah, it's interesting how they get them into investing in this stuff.
I go, okay, no pressure. I go, well, I think it could be a good time to buy certain stocks because everyone is freaked out about inflation. It really depends if you were looking for a quick turnaround or if you're willing to hold the stocks for a while. I tend to hold what I like. I don't get scared by dips if I believe in the funds and the company. I try to invest in things I like, which is always a sound way to invest because you're going to pay more attention to the trends if it's something that you're generally interested in.
All right. Well, that sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just a good way to look at things. Like, if you're not interested in microchips, you're probably not going to be paying attention to what's going on in the microchip market and what's coming here and what China's making and what the trends are. But if you're interested in, I don't know, makeup, maybe you're focused on what L'Oreal and Estee Lauder are doing. So you can make a better decision.
Yeah.
It's just one type of way to invest. She goes, it's because of inflation that stocks are traded by companies before companies. There's a lot of insider information, and now inflation is under pressure for every company. I don't know how much about stock. She said nothing right there. She just said word salad.
Yes.
But she was trying to undermine the stock market with insider trading, which would mean, you should invest in stocks. There's a lot of shady shit going on, as opposed to this cryptocurrency thing, which I have right down the pike, which is not shady at all. What was it called? The Scheme Trust Fund?
Oh, yeah. Something about the something scheme fund.
Yeah, right, yeah. when you name a fund like that, that's such a red flag. That not only is it a team, you don't give a shit because you call it a team.
Yeah, really. You're like, they're so dumb.
Good to me, you know.
I go, well, really, all this is gambling. We all do our best, but it is out of our control. When I'm in the mood to trade, I spend hours doing research. When I'm not in the mood to trade, I don't even think about it. It's a good time to buy if you are liquid. A lot of people are not. She goes, I don't like gambling. Gambling is all about luck. Investing is never about making money by luck. You need to take a lot of risk. All right. It's all gambling. Stock market is legalized gambling, just like betting on a game in the NFL or the NBA. It's all gambling. You think you're making an educated guess, but you never really know.
It's true.
Right.
And if somebody's talking to you and saying that it's not gambling, an investment, that person's a liar and you need to run. The whole thing when you are picking what you want to invest in is your tolerance to risk. That's really what it is. If you're younger, you might be willing to take the bigger gambles because you might make more, but you might lose more, but you'll have time to make it up. If you're older, close to retirement, you're going to want to be more conservative because you don't have time to lose big.
Yeah, you don't have time to play the long game. You might not have a long game.
Right. No, if you're retiring in 5 years, it's a lot different than if you're retiring in 20 years.
Right.
I think it's all a gamble. Life is a gamble. There is luck in investing. If you sold stocks the day before COVID went crazy, you are lucky. She goes, no capitalist gets rich by luck. 10 bets and 9 losses. Gambling is risky. I prefer stable investment income. I go, plenty of people got slaughtered in the crypto crash. Look at that word I use, slaughtered.
Oh, nice. Nice. Maybe she doesn't even know what her scheme is called, though.
I think she does. I mean, it's
Okay.
pig butchering, but you slaughter a pig. I could have said
Right.
butchering would have been too much.
Yeah.
I go, all depends on what makes you comfortable. I don't invest what I can't afford to lose. She goes, cryptocurrencies come in many varieties and are a double-edged sword. Some make money, some lose money. If you want to make money steadily, you must choose a stable investment rather than a blind investment. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, she is actually trying to stay on topic and making sense while she's luring you in.
Yes. No, she's pretty good at this. If only she could keep track of her family.
I know who her sister is. And if she has a sister.
I know, really, if she has a family.
I go, of course. What are your plans for today? She goes, yes, I never invest blindly. I'm just relaxing at home now. I go, I'm guessing that is why you're making me work so hard to prove myself worthy of a relationship, LOL. She goes, yes, what wallet are you using? So now she's talking about cryptocurrency, like in cryptocurrency where you keep your coins, it's called a wallet. So she asked me what wallet I'm using, and I say Coach.
And she's thinking, you jackass.
She goes, I'm talking about cryptocurrency wallets, and she gives me 4 laughing emojis. I go, I know, Bay. I just want to talk about other things with you, too. You are hyper-focused on crypto, because that's her job, stupid.
Right.
She goes, it's just sharing. I like to share good things with my friends. I go, I understand. I just want to learn more about you. I'd love to read your blog. She goes, don't we know enough? Which is a really interesting thing when you're starting to get to know somebody.
It's like, I'm done. I'm done hearing about you.
I know enough. Thank you, no.
Yeah, this is where we stop sharing.
I go, you were the one who said you need to learn about me before we begin a relationship. She goes, yes, we can get to know each other. I go, good. Your profile says you were a blogger. I'd love to read your blog. She goes, I'm not a blogger. I'm just an ordinary person, as I've told you many times. Because when I think of blogger, I think of superheroes. I mean, Pip did a blog that we're going to talk about today, and I'm like, wow, the magical powers displayed by this woman. She is no ordinary person.
What? Oh, my.
She's just an ordinary person. She's not a blogger.
Okay.
I go, okay, your profile says blogger. I don't think you're ordinary. She goes, I'm very ordinary, thank you. I'm just a woman who came to America to work hard. I go, then maybe I'm the one person who finds you exceptional. She laughs. She goes, thanks for your compliment. I also think you are unusual.
Not the same thing.
Nope. I think Google Translate failed her right there.
or she was taking a shot.
That's possible. I laugh. I go, I don't think exceptional and unusual are quite the same. Should I take it as a compliment, or was it something else? She goes, yes, this is my compliment to you. All right, so her translation app failed her.
Yes.
I go, thank you, Jenny. She goes, don't thank me. I'm just telling the truth. I go, I'm just a comedian who works hard and is smitten by a girl from Singapore. And then she likes to comment. I go, oh, blow her kiss. She laughs. She goes, I'm glad I was able to charm you. I go, I'm glad too. Am I charming you at all? She goes, you can conquer me with your charm, LOL. I go, prepare to be conquered. She laughs. She goes, how are you going to conquer me? With your mouth? I go, words, actions, maybe a kiss. I'm trying to get this into the romance thing and get her away
Right.
from the money thing.
Right.
She laughs. She goes, I guess that doesn't conquer me. I go, shall I throw you over my shoulder and take you away? I'm a very good kisser. She laughs. She goes, I don't like people who only talk with their mouths. What she want me to do? Talk with my ass?
Apparently. What does she want you to talk with?
Stand back, woman. I'm going to fart. I'm talking out of my ass.
Now, if she wants to be all business, wouldn't she write and say, I feel a little bit uncomfortable talking like this?
No, because she has to gain my trust. But she has played very conservative. She said she is very conservative, but I have to be smitten with her if I'm going to invest with her.
Right.
Although I am trying to pretend I'm very smitten. But
Yeah, I know. Should make it easy.
Yeah, I am rolling over for her.
Oh my God, you have exposed the belly.
I was just thinking that. I go, I said actions, did I not? I go, I think a kiss is a powerful action. She goes, of course it works, but right now you're not doing anything. I go, you're too far to kiss. I will be close in due time. She goes, we are just friends. We can't kiss. Mixed signals here. Mixed signals.
What?
That's what
she
she
wrote
says.
really hot and cold.
So
Well, not hot.
She said that you're friends. We're friends.
Yep.
We're friends. She runs.
Well, she's got to keep it that way, because she wants to lead in with the cryptocurrency. It went that long when you did that other scammer with the investment. It took a while before it got steamy. So she's playing the cards right. She wants to keep it professional. She wants to get you an investment.
And maybe she doesn't want to get into the romance thing unless she has to.
Yeah, but she needs to run cold and lukewarm. She does, she is very, very cautious about giving you any ideas that could lead to anything besides investment issues and friendship.
Which is a little unusual for the pig butchering scam.
Yeah.
But I think she actually is from Asia, and I think she actually is very conservative.
Possible?
I go, I thought we were considering being more than friends. She goes, I only kiss my lover. I go, well, if you give me a chance, I could become that. I'm fun. You'd like me. She laughs. She goes, chances are yours to fight for. I go, I thought you were open to you and I being an us. She laughs. She goes, I think I told you a long time ago that I'm a very conservative woman. I go, I'm aware. And I told you long ago, I'm an amazing catch. She goes, how amazing? I go, amazing enough to be your partner. Amazing enough to hold you while you cook. Remember, she likes that thing, that holding all the cooking.
Yes.
She laughs. She goes, yes, we could do something meaningful together, but you always resist me. Huh. I can only think.
Hold on. You always resist her?
Yes. I can think of only one thing I've resisted.
But if she's trying to keep it platonic, how is it that, you're trying to resist her? Or she's, you know what I'm saying? She's being very platonic about this. And, well, you're trying to resist me. Well, you're being platonic. How am I, resisting you being platonic?
There's one thing I've resisted thus far, and that is her goal. And
Is investing.
yes, that is the one thing. That is the meaningful thing we can do together, I'm guessing. Because nothing says romance like sharing cryptocurrency experience. That's what I always said. It was funny. It was funny when me and my wife got married. We didn't exchange vows. We exchanged crypto wallets. It was very romantic.
Yes.
We insisted everybody give us Bitcoin. That's what we put on the registry.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
Didn't know how to do it. You got regular coins.
I believe it was nickels and dimes. It was quite unimpressive.
Yes.
She goes, but you always resist me. I go, I do not. She goes, you have always been. And she gives 2 crying emojis. I go, such as? She goes, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's always
Yeah.
Joe's trigger. I go,
Yeah.
you have something on your mind. She goes, no, I don't have much idea. I go, then why say I resist you? It is you that continuously resist me. She goes, I am not boycotting you. Again, I got to feel like the translation app has failed.
Yeah, boycotting you.
I'm not canceling you. I've been canceled.
Have you been marching in a picket line back and forth in front of her home?
I have. I go, I never said you were boycotting me. I tell you I want to try for a relationship and I can't tell if you are willing. If it is not, if it is no, that's fine. We can still be friends, but at least I won't continue embarrassing myself. She goes, yes, I'm always looking for serious relationships among friends, but I think we should have a deeper understanding of it. This, like, if you were really into this person, this would be such a mind screw.
And it would be kind of a turn off.
Yeah. I'm going to have to zip up now. I'm not liking how this is going. I go, okay, make me understand. I'm listening. She goes, we can share each other's lives together and share the interesting things we encounter every day. I go, that sounds good. Is there more? She goes, that's all. But you always want to have a relationship with me. I think it's too early. I go, fair enough. I could be friends easily. It sounds lovely. I just want to know if you think it could grow into more in time. Of course, every moment. I go, good. I look forward to hearing about your days and enjoying chats. She goes, I feel like we could share with each other instead of me telling all the time. That's what I want. I don't want to always ask. I'd love for you just to tell me stuff. She goes, of course we can do that. I go, good. I'm pleased. She gives a smiley emoji. She goes, I go, we should have done this. We should have done this weeks ago. Let's see here. All right. All right, now I'll do a little bit more because we don't have much more on this date. We'll finish out this date. She goes, accomplish what? I go, what are you referring to? She goes, I don't know what you mean by that. I go, you don't know what I mean by what? I'm confused. She goes, what do you need us to accomplish? I go, nothing, dear. I did not say we need to accomplish anything. And then she gives me a couple laughing emojis. I didn't say we have to accomplish anything, did I?
I didn't hear it.
No.
She goes, maybe I misunderstood.
Another scammer.
You mean another
Yeah.
victim? Yeah. Oh, maybe another victim, another scammer.
Yeah, victim.
Victim, yeah.
She goes, maybe I misunderstood what you meant. I go, yes. All I said before was it was nice to have an open conversation about us and expectations, and we should have done it sooner. She goes, yes, we have been doing it all the time. I go, I think that was a bit more forthright. She goes, you could say whatever we want. Yes, we could say whatever we want. I go, I like that. And if we don't understand, we can ask. I have a question, though. The other night you called me a genius. What was that about? She goes, yeah, what do you think I mean? Well, if I was a genius, I would know. Go.
Good point.
I go, honestly, I thought you were making fun of me. She goes, why should I make fun of you? It doesn't do me any good. I go, it was just an odd time to call me smart. I was saying how stupid I felt for desiring you. She goes, I know, but I'm not making fun of you. I go, okay, in the moment I was hurt, but I got over it, and now it's nice to know you are not. She goes, don't think too much. My English is not good. Please understand. All right, that's fair.
Okay, sure.
I go, deal. And if you do not understand what I mean, please ask. I think our misunderstanding has led to some difficulties between us. She goes, yes, you can also ask me when you don't understand what I mean. I go, okay, I will. I think sometimes we assume the worst of each other. I won't make that mistake again. She goes, thank you for understanding. I go, I do now, Jenny. Somewhere things got sideways, but I think we were in a good place. I'm excited to see where our friendship goes. She likes that comment. She goes, let's take a look. I go, look at what? Where we go? New York. She goes, where is our friendship going? I go, you are the best thing to show up in my DM in a long time. She gives me 2 smiling emojis. I go, we have a lot of differences, but I think we complement each other's personality. She goes, yes, sometimes feelings just need to understand and tolerate each other. I go, geez, I hope you're more than just tolerate me. She goes, so what do you need me for? I go, tolerate means you don't like it, but you can suffer through it. So yes, I'd like to be more than tolerated. And that's where we will end.
Hmm.
I
This,
think. Go on.
go ahead.
No, go on.
Oh, I was just thinking, this is a really odd position to be in. That, I mean, she's basically told you, calm down, Romeo. And part of this has always been that they have been trying to, I mean, except for the other one that was focusing more on financial aspects than pure love interest, but generally they're pretty gung ho, at least about the flowery talk, if not the sexual talk. But they've all been, pretty interested in wooing you at one point, and this one is like, whoa, slow it down. Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she just said, let's see where the friendship goes, and so on and so forth. And like I said, she wants to keep it platonic. But like I said before, when she's saying, "Well, you're resisting me, whatever," how am I resisting? We're resisting you. You haven't, you haven't given any romantic inclination.
Right.
You know, I don't know. But basically, the hook is in the water. I mean, you can tell the hook is in the water.
Yeah.
Who's done this so long? So I think what the key is
When will it get to the point when it starts getting? How
how long will it take? Because I believe it will get there.
At this juncture, I don't, at this juncture, she really doesn't want to go there, and I think that's really the last resort for her.
I think we've reset it that we are going to be friends for
Yeah.
now. I think she has reset it. She has slowed the love successfully, which is again a very weird tact for a pig butchering scam.
Well, what's your play going to be moving forward?
Well, I mean, I got to get her away from trying to get me to invest. The clock is ticking. I think I've done a good job thus far. Days are going by where she's not pressuring me. Because remember, the last time we spoke, she was pressuring me to get that wallet. We haven't talked about that today. So I just got to string this out. That's what my end game is, to string it out. So, but it's.
Yeah, you're going to string it about while keeping up with the romance. I'd like more than being just friends. Just so she's got to take time to deal with that, and which will keep her from you. Which will keep you from investing.
Yeah, the more I can get her to backpedal and throw cold water on the wolf with the bulging eyes, the less she can ask me to to invest. What?
Right.
What?
Right.
You like that visual?
I love that.
Yeah. So, but this is not an easy one. This is a little different. She's not letting me pitch woo. She's not pitching woo to me. I really think this is a conservative Asian woman, or it could be, or it could be a dude who's just like, I'm not going there, dude. We are not going to do that.
Also, with the last investment scammer, we also marveled on how professional she was. And I mean, she didn't know a damn thing about investors, but how she presented herself, how in an executive manner she prepared, and then it got all hot. So who knows? Who knows?
We've been at this for a little while with her, and we haven't really had many that can resist fake Davin's wiles for this long.
Yeah, she is really, really conservative.
So, do you guys think?
So that you've had to tone down like the nonsensical stuff on this one, and you even admitted a couple of weeks ago that you had. So.
I can't. Yeah. I can't have shenanigans. When they're this focused.
Yeah, right.
So do you guys think I will ever bed Jenny?
I would say yeah. I would say yeah. Just so just because the other one we did last year, flipped and it got all hot and heavy and was just in that conservative businesswoman mode. Yeah, I do think so.
What do you think, Pip?
I'm kind of thinking no.
No?
I'm thinking that this one she seems to be standing her ground. So I'm thinking no.
You think the clock runs out on fake Davin? All right.
Yeah.
Something's going to have to give. Or I just decide to invest with her as friends. That could happen too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am definitely trying to maintain being her intellectual equal when it comes to investing. I'm trying to play it differently than the "aw shucks, this is all above me" type guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Well,
she's
how long are you gonna do? Like I said, I'm sorry if I cut you off.
that's okay.
What were we saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say,
Okay, how is it? I did it again. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I was just gonna say, how long, did she think that you were gonna just go with, oh, I don't know anything?
Well, I mean, but that's what a lot of people they don't know about cryptocurrency. That's where they could fool them because most people
Right.
don't know about it. I mean, I know some about it. I mean, we've had people on to explain it to us, and
Yeah.
I've done I know just enough to play this bullshit with them.
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you, with crypto, I mean, in the FBI, it's like, I think we've had him on, he discussed, I still don't get it. I'll be at a party with him. Like, if you just bring this shit to me again, I still don't get it. I don't know how the hell this stuff works.
I kind of
Well, I
don't
have
get
a girl. I have a girl. You want to talk to Jenny?
it.
As you know.
All right. We'd like to thank Sensei Russ Perdico for her support of this program. Thank you, Sensei Russ.
Thank you, Russ.
You're the best. All the best. Portobello, Bergen County, New Jersey, most exclusive fine dining Italian restaurant. The Tuscan Villa setting will make you feel like you've been transported to the old country. And every dish is prepared with care and attention to detail. And the Portobello chefs are happy to cater to any dietary needs, featuring every visit.
Not just the meal, but it's an experience. Portobello is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday, Portobello comes to the dinner menu, which is available all day. Friday, Saturday night, so live entertainment starting at 9 p.m. Portobello Banquet, and that's your destination for that special event. Sweet 16, wedding, office party, anything that has to impress. Why? Their professional staff will ensure that your event will not be just an occasion but a memory. Portobello Banquet, the most popular common night throughout the year, which is produced by Side Production over Davin of Davin. Then we got a great show coming up. That's going to be Friday, March 15th. Going to have Eric Band, John Conti, and Debbie Basman. Go to the sellout, folks. Get those tickets quick. Dial 201-337-8990 at extension 2. That's 201-337-8990 at extension 2. Experience all that Portobello has to offer. Now they're at 155 Ramapo Valley Road in Oakland, New Jersey. Learn more. Give them a call. 201-337-8990. That is 201-337-8990. Or visit their website, portobelloca.com. You deserve the best. You deserve a great meal. You deserve a great night out. You deserve Portobello.
Side Spinning Productions, they're the ones that put together these shows. They can do it for you. They can do a private party. They can do a roast. They can do a fundraiser. Give them a call, 551-404-3094 or sidespinningsproductions.com. Joe, you got a busy week this week.
I most certainly do. Tomorrow night, the 6th, and Thursday night, the 7th, I will be at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club. I'm headlining down there, 529 Arnold Avenue. Show's going to be at 8 o'clock. Nice 8 o'clock show. You get home early. Give them a buzz. Call 1-877-UNCLE-VIN or go to UncleVinny'sComedyClub.com. Then Saturday, my pal Johnny will be sitting for the show.
And that is going to be up at the Pit Mill up in Napanaxi North. Give them a call to the 6:30 meeting and then an 8 o'clock show. Very good. It's going to be their dial.
Is it an 8 o'clock show or 7:30? I forget. You got the flyer.
Reading it right now. It's 8 o'clock.
There you go.
6:30 seating.
8 o'clock show. Give the buzz. 845-1064. That is 845-272-1064. Going to be great night to meet me and Johnny Watt.
Thursday, March 7th, Side Splitting Productions presents a live comedy in Hamburg, New Jersey at Aqua Viva, headlined by Joseph Anthony and along with Sharon Simon and Dave Satzik. For tickets, call 973-590-2769. Friday, March 8th, I will be in Maspeth, New York at Connolly's Corner. For tickets, call 718-565-7383. Maspeth or Queens, whatever you want to call it. That's where I'll be. So I'll be fighting traffic. What?
Where the big oil tank used to be. They used to have a big oil tank there.
Oh.
Massive tank as a landmark in the traffic report.
I'm just dreading dealing with the traffic. But I'll
Parking.
Oh really? Parking's bad too?
On Queens, it's always, but we rehearsed at a studio about 6 months ago, and I hated going. I'd rather go up up by the Tappan Zee where we go to our drama's house. The parking and it was horrendous. I was getting anxiety before rehearsal. And then we dropped the gear off, and I'm not in the studio until 20 minutes later because I had to try to find a place to park.
Great. All right. Well, hopefully there's parking by Connolly's. Saturday, March 9th, Ice Building Productions presents a live comedy at Monroe, New Jersey. This is if you're in this area, you should check this out at the Concordia Homeowners Association. It's going to be me, Joseph Anthony, and Paul Bond. That is going to be an insane show. So you should.
That's a triple headline show.
Yep, that's going to be good. And if you're in upstate New York, as Joe mentioned, go check him and Johnny out at the Paper Mill in Nappaneck. That's a great place. I did that show a month or two ago with Brad Lowry. That was a sellout. Great food. So lots of place to see comedy down the Jersey Shore, Central Jersey, upstate New York, all over the place. Northern New Jersey. There's comedy all over the place, kids. No excuse not to laugh this week. All right. On the break, when we come back, Pip is going to yell at Wendy's. And Pip likes Wendy's, but Pip is going to yell at Wendy's. And on the break, we got new music from Just a Jester with Be Good to Yourself, and Melina Galasso with Distant. And you can learn more about both those artists at deucemusic.com. So do yourself a favor, check them out. We'll be back. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to be so easy. Now it breaks my heart. It's not like we're on a date line, so smart. Tell me what's the difference, together or apart. When my love is distant, yeah, so smart. Now, you tell me you wish that you could kiss me, that you have to go. No wonder why I feel like it's a distant. You know it cannot change in an instant. When all of these stories on your Instagram, well, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're happy that we get together. So happy you're together, but I hope you're having fun. Heard you had a party. You went pretty hard. It would have been excited, but I was uninvited. Was smart, yes, I was smart. I wish we didn't waste time. Should we have phoned our part? Can't be such a big shot. Followed you on TikTok. That was smart. Yeah, that was smart. You wish together, kiss me. And now I have to go. Sorry that we both have been so distant. You know we cannot change in an instant. When all of these stories on your Instagram, well, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. Having fun. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. Having fun. I hope you're having fun.
I dig that song. That girl had like a little sexy voice thing going there.
Yeah.
Melina Galasso. Joe, do you got anything to plug at the end of this show?
No.
Okay. All right. Pip, are you ready?
I am.
You have 10 minutes on the clock. Top 5 answers
Yep.
on the board.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
It's Wrecking Ball Radio.
Shut up and entertain. There's no rules. There's no rules.
Holy it's amazing.
I see our sarcasm and nastiness grow.
It's Davin's Den.
Good evening, everybody. You are listening to Davin's Den. Yes, Davin's Den, the show that is better than paying more for a Baconator at 1 p.m. than you will at 3 p.m. It's better than that. I am your host, Davin Rosenblatt. I am joined by Joe Curry. Hello, Joe. And Pip.
Hi.
Peachy, thanks for asking. And Pip Helix. Hello, Pip.
Hi, everybody.
On the show, we'll do so at the end. We'll do some scammers with Elon Musk. Wendy's wants more of your money, maybe. Drunks in the news and parents are in trouble when a party goes horribly, horribly wrong. A scam busters that you really need to hear as scammers have changed the game. But we'll start off with some Wendy's. It was all the rage, all the news. For all you people who like your square hamburgers, this hit you right in the gut. Wendy's has announced that it plans to roll out dynamic pricing model as soon as next year. CEO Kirk Tanner said on an earnings call earlier this month. This means Wendy's prices would fluctuate based on time, location, and demand. I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever demanded a Wendy's burger, but what do I know? Tanner also said on the call the company would be rolling out new plans to improve company profits, such as digital menu boards that would be able to update prices in real time and different menu offers during certain parts of the day. Wendy's, however, is pushing back on the notion that it is implementing surge pricing, a strategy most associated with ride-sharing companies like Uber and ticket sellers. Earlier this month, we issued our fourth quarter and full year 2023 earnings results and included an update on investments we are making in our digital business. One initiative is digital menu boards, which are being added to U.S. company-operated restaurants. Wendy said in an emailed statement to USA Today. We said these menu boards would give us more flexibility to change the display of featured items. Aren't they all featured? Is there a secret Wendy's menu I don't know about?
No.
This was misconstrued in some media reports as an intent to raise prices when demand is the highest at our restaurant. We have no plans to do that and would not raise prices when our customers are visiting us most, the statement reads. Well, you wouldn't do it when they're visiting you less. Any features we may test in the future will be designed to benefit our customers and restaurant crew members. How is it going to benefit the worker? Is the chicken sandwich going to serve itself?
Less questions from the consumer, perhaps?
What I'm thinking they're going to go to more automated ordering. That's what I'm thinking is coming. They're going to have less people taking your order, more of the automated ordering, which I can't handle. My old moldy brain.
Yeah.
I told you, I've walked out of places where they're just standing there looking at me and I can't figure it out. I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to do anything, I don't want to be here. Let's go.
I don't need. I have to have a degree from MIT to order a burger. I'm out of here.
The first time I hit the McDonald's kiosk, I stood there stunned into submission until some nice lady said, I can take your order over here. And I was like, thank you. Thank you.
Digital menu boards could allow us to change the menu offerings at different times of the day and offer discounts and value offers to our customers more easily, particularly in the slower times of day. So this was Pip's blog. She got her ponytails all in a tither about this.
I did. I really do like, of all the fast food places, I really do prefer Wendy's. So this was really disappointing. And I think that one of the key things here is the last part that Davin just read, where they said, oh, well, these dynamic boards, which in and of itself is a great idea because, like a lot of fast food places, they switch from their breakfast menu to their afternoon menu and evening menu. So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. They already switch. The dynamic part of it is the scary part. And what Davin had just said was, oh, and at certain parts of the day, they can order discounts. Nah. But my cynical brain, and other people have gotten there before me, I believe that they are considering using surging pricing and using the dynamic ability of the boards to change the prices as they go through the day. And if they're going to go through with this, people are going to lose their stuff. You think people freak out when there aren't any more nuggets left, or if they got their 1 minute after the breakfast menu has changed over and they had some kind of egg concoction on the brain. They're going to lose it if they get up to the board and they see that the prices are changing according to the timing. If I do believe that this is some kind of cynical money grab on Wendy's part. If they don't start with it, they're going to make their way up there because, as we see, the amount of money that the CEOs of these fast food places make is disgusting, especially compared to what they're willing to offer the workers. I'm sure that any value, any money that they get from this type of investment is going to trickle down to the workers, right? Right? They're going to get a big pay raise or any pay raise? No. This is not going to be something that's really meant for the convenience of the consumer. This is something to make for the convenience of Wendy's stock holders' pockets. That's my opinion.
It is hard to imagine them investing all this money just to give people a discount. That's I mean, that's what he's saying. Oh no, like if you come at 3 o'clock, you could get the chicken sandwich for, half off because it's in between. It's hard to imagine that. And I don't know how this gets better for workers either. The money's not going to them. It seems like they got caught with the backlash. But whenever you're the first one in the pool, in this case, you're going to get caught with the backlash.
Mhm.
But
Well, it's going to wind up being a problem with them because basically McDonald's is working on lowering their prices. You go to a fast food place now. Taco Bell is $15. McDonald's is almost $20. Sometimes it's $23. Now think about that. Joe's girl and I have been going out to a bunch of restaurants lately, and when we go to a restaurant, one of our favorite,
what do we call that dining experience? The I'm sorry tour? Is that what that's called?
you could say, but I could have a lovely meal and get interrogated.
Every supper might be your last supper.
Let me tell you something. They're putting a jury stand in Ruvo. They're all going to happen. But the kidding aside, is that you go to these restaurants, an entree, a very nice entree is around $23. That price point is really close to the price point at a fast food place. So the thing about it is why go to a fast food place when you can pay a couple of bucks more and get a better quality meal and more of it?
Mhm.
And a lot of these fast food restaurants are feeling the pinch about this. McDonald's is already running incentives to lower the price. I think Wendy's put their foot in it because I think it's the wrong time to do something like this.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's going to be a backlash, and I think sales are going to suffer.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing: if Wendy's can weather the storm, they can weather the storm with this. Then the other fast food places will jump on board. That's the
Oh,
move.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, they'll absolutely. They're sitting on the side going, "Oh, how terrible. Oh, I can't believe they're doing this to consumers." And they're then, "Let's just watch and see how it goes. Because if it goes well for them, we're getting on those boards." Yep.
yeah, because I think initially, well, I'll ask you, Pip. You're the Wendy's lover. Say Wendy's does do this price surge, and there's a Burger King or McDonald's next door. Are you going to pay 75 cents more for your Wendy's burger than you would have a couple hours ago? Or are you going to go to McDonald's or Burger King?
No, you know what this is going to do? This is going to do what nothing else has been able to do. This is going to force my hand, and I'm going to have to pack my own lunch finally.
That's not happening. That's not
Yeah,
happening.
no, it will. It will.
See, I don't really have any loyalty to any of these restaurants. I barely touch the stuff. So for me, out of spite, I would treat it like I treat Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby. I don't need you. I don't. So this would cause me not to go to Wendy's because I'm not addicted to anything there. It's not like, oh, the Wendy's chicken sandwich to me is so much better than any other chicken sandwich.
It's just
Well, the
convenience.
pricing isn't meeting the quality anymore. That's the problem.
Right.
I mean, Pip, is the quality at Wendy's so much better?
To me, yeah.
Really?
But the price won't make me happy anymore.
So do you guys like seek out fast food restaurants? I like if I'll like, for example, I was away this weekend working for lunch. I had to get something to eat. I didn't seek out a fast food restaurant. I sought out an Indian restaurant. Like, I'm not seeking out this stuff.
A lot of people are going to start doing that because, like I said, the price point is within reason of a regular restaurant.
I will tell you. I was a little surprised by how expensive my lunch buffet was at the Indian restaurant. All right. We'll come back, drunks in the news. This does not help me. When were you giving me the signal?
Oh my God!
With the signal that you're running long.
I only just saw it
gave
then.
No, I gave you the finger. I gave you the half.
Yeah, but
gave you
I never saw it. I never acknowledged you.
Gave you plenty
Right,
of
but I gotta see it. I gotta see
I
it.
did them all.
But I was looking down.
I know.
Look
There
up,
were.
you got to look up for certain
I
points.
did, and when I looked up, I just saw her holding the phone.
Oh God, dude. All right, Joe's my witness. I gave you every signal, and then I was like,
She gave you four
So
signals.
how long was that one?
Signal, and you were looking up.
How long was that one?
10:40.
I can get that. That's fine.
I couldn't get you to stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I gotta see it, and you're cutting in. The problem is you disappear when you move.
You gotta pay attention.
And I'm
Joe, I'm running a show. I can't do everything.
and I moved my hand until you could see it on the screen. I'm like this.
Yeah, so you just went like that, and your finger disappeared for a second. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if
But
you
then she did it
if
again.
and then I
Go
did
to the-
this.
Try to give me the cut.
Can you go to the blurred background that you do without the green screen?
You know what? I look at myself and I can see that you can see my finger. If Joe could see it, you could see it.
I will. If I see you, I will not. I will acknowledge. I'll go like that. I do not see you.
Okay, can't you're far away from the camera.
Apparently giving you getting the light 3 times, and
right. But what I'm saying is, if I don't see it, and you disappear,
at a certain point, you've got to look up.
I was looking up.
Maybe you could give me some kind of indication that you've seen me, because
well, this is what I'm saying. If I see you, I will nod. If I see you,
okay.
all right. This segment is 9 minutes.
Okay.
Wrecking Ball Radio. This is Davin's Den.
All right, let's get right into it with some drunks in the news.
Welcome to Drunks in the News.
All right, like we like to do with the drunks in the news, we like to do a Benjamin Franklin synonym for drinking. He had over 200 of these. Had a lot of free time when he wasn't whoring and going to France and founding the country. A lot of free time, this Benjamin Franklin. So this week's Benjamin Franklin drinking term is had a kick in the guts.
Ooh. That sounds rather violent, not fun.
I feel like that should be like a Benjamin Franklin puking term, but
maybe they're one and the same.
you know what, he probably did get sick a lot. So there you go. Kick in the guts. I guess it's better than a kick in the nuts.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a different night out.
All right. So we got 2 families in Connecticut who are being sued because they hosted a party in May of 2022, a house party, and allegedly supplied alcohol to minors prior to the stabbing death of a high school student from Shelton, Connecticut. The police arrested Paul Leifer, 59, and Susanna Leifer, 51, and charged them with permitting minors to possess alcohol. Susanna Leifer was also charged with second-degree reckless endangerment after James McGrath, a 17-year-old Fairfield College preparatory school student, was fatally stabbed at a different home following a party at the Leifer's house on Lazy Brick Road. On May 14th, defendants hosted a social gathering at their home, the premises, which a substantial amount of alcohol was served to and consumed by individuals under the age of 21, reads the lawsuit by Thomas Connery, the father of another minor who was stabbed that evening. It was a very stabby affair. A fight that involved people under the age of 21 who had been consuming alcohol later broke out at the home, the complaint alleges, adding that the defendants knew or should have known that alcohol causes individuals, adults, and minors include to become intoxicated, impaired, violent, and aggressive. After the fight at the Leifer's house, the suspects, who witnesses described as students from St. Joseph High School in Trumbull, Connecticut, arrived at a party at another place, and another fight ensued. and another fight ensued. The lawsuit alleges that the fight broke out at the Leafers' house, and the two parents allowed the attendees who had been drinking to leave the premises. So the Leafers serve alcohol. There's a fight there, a lot of violence there. These are minors, and then they let the aggressors leave. They don't call the police. They don't try to restrain them. They let them go to another party where they fought again and stabbed and killed somebody. Let's see. Jeffrey Hines and his son allege that shortly after arriving at the Leafers' home, the minor plaintiff was assaulted by several of the Leafers' guests, all underage, who had consumed alcohol on the premises with the Leafers' knowledge and consent. There's the key. One guest allegedly beat the plaintiff in the head with a motorcycle helmet. The complaint further states that despite the Leafers' apparent knowledge of the fight, they did not report the assault to the police or in any way restrain their underage intoxicated guests. So that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm just scrolling through it. At least 3 juvenile suspects are mentioned in the report, including Tavalli, who is suspected of having a knife. McGrath had 1 stab wound on the left side of the chest. The stab wound went through the rib and heart. Jesus Christ. A doctor from the Office of Chief Medical Examiner of Connecticut told the police that there were approximately 1.8 liters of blood in McGrath's lungs. So one of them was released on $2 million bond. These guys have been charged with murder. So there's a dead student. So basically, they're coming after the parents of the first party for serving alcohol. I gotta say, I think it's another one of these deterrent things. If you're knowingly serving minors alcohol, there should be some responsibility if bad things are going to happen. Even if it does happen later on in the night, you were potentially part of that.
Yeah, you were a party to serving the alcohol. The alcohol led to the incident, and you should be. And if you're being legally bound to anything that happens, you will make sure that alcohol is not being served. If alcohol is being served, it's monitored. You make sure people are 21 that are drinking, because it's on you. It's on you.
Seems like sorry. It's just the same way that if somebody goes out to drink and the bartender overserves them, and later on they get somebody in a car accident, it's the same thing. You have an obligation.
Yeah, and that's a fairly new law. It seems like the Leafers want to be the cool parents. I don't know if alcohol causes aggression. It lowers inhibition, but I don't think it causes aggression per se. I don't think if
I tell you, with alcohol, one of my best friends, he was when he would drink, either he could be fun or he could not be fun.
Yeah.
And when he was not fun, there was a problem. So it depends on, I think, your body chemistry, the way you are, and the mood you're in, the way it hits you. Like me, I'm a happy drunk. I'm never a grouchy drunk. Which maybe I should be drunk all the time. But
my buddy,
would have a
great or depends on your chemistry.
I don't fault the parents for not restraining the minors after the fight. I don't fault them for that because they're probably a little afraid at that point. But I would say, listen, if you guys leave, I'm going to call the police. You guys have to, that's where they should have said, listen, you have to stay here. You have to chill out. Although maybe they didn't want them there. There's just been a huge fight. Maybe they were scared, but bad things happen.
Well, there was an assault on their property. So
right.
It wasn't just like, somebody socked somebody in the jaw because, you were looking at my girl. Well, that kind of drunken tomfoolery happens a lot. They were hitting him in the head with a bicycle helmet at their home. They should have called the cops.
Yeah, I guess that is a little extra.
That's very extra to me.
That's like taking a life. Look, if you get in a fight, been in plenty of bar fights and stuff, but I've never beaten somebody to the point where they could die,
yeah.
And I think, people
nowadays don't really know what the repercussions are, or don't care about what the repercussions are for their actions.
I can only think of maybe one party when I was a kid where maybe the parents were aware that we were drinking, but it was like there was like a lot of adults at this party too. It was a summer party. So that's the only time I could, and we were all walking. None of us were driving anywhere. It was all like neighbors and everything. I think that was the first time I was drunk. So I think maybe the parents were aware, but I'm sure a lot of my friends went to. I don't know. Did you guys ever go to parties where the parents were letting the kids get plowed at plowed? Well, not plowed, drunk.
Wow. Yeah.
Same party that my friend's mom be at those parties. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that happened. It's just that they didn't let them get beaten.
Well, I don't think it should happen, and I would not serve alcohol at one of my daughter's parties. I don't need that badly to be the cool guy.
No,
No.
you know, no.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with very important scam busters.
Oh, by the way, the story that you linked to that segment with Florida man.
I know, and then I sent another email.
I got the other email.
I sent another email.
Now we
Yeah.
got it.
Well, this was a surprise switcheroo for you.
Yeah,
Quite a different tone.
Pip, you got it right. Hey,
I did.
yeah, I sent it to you both. Saw that when I was going over it yesterday. The segment will be 10 minutes. All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
It's Davin said. It's Davin said.
And we're back. Let's do something we haven't really done a lot of. We'll do some scam busters because this was really actually an important story. So we'll get into it. A lot of the stuff we cover on the part 2 of the podcast, but we'll cover it now here. All right. If you guys listen to the podcast portion of this, we talked a lot about these pig butchering scams. This is a next level scam. So they actually had somebody who was hired to work there, and then he realized that this was a scam, so he actually risked his life by recording everything he saw. So the interesting thing about this is they're actually using real life models. We'll get to that. They're actually, which doesn't happen very often. So you know they're making money. So there's this guy, Jim Brown. He goes on YouTube. He's a software engineer from Ireland who makes videos tracking and identifying scammers. And like I said, he worked with somebody who sent him this video. It's pig butchering refers to months-long scheme to fatten up victims on the premise of a fake relationship before butchering them with fake investment advice. And that's different than the story we're doing on the podcast because she's not really into the romance too much, just enough. But she definitely wants me to invest in crypto. So the scams originated in China, and they use money to extort money from people all over the world. They like to get you to leave whatever platform they find you on. So they like you to go to WhatsApp or a Telegram because those are encrypted, and there's usually no ways to report people as scammers. So the people in the office are pretending to be glamorous models in the hope they can steal money from people. But what happens is, so they showed us, so they actually have this model on call. So you have all these pictures of this model, and usually what they do is these scammers, usually they pose as Asian women, and a lot of their profiles show a lot of food and shopping, shows like an extravagant lifestyle. And in my case, they always say they just moved to the country, often to be with their aunt or something fakakta like that. but they pose as these glamorous Asian women when I deal with them. It might be different in other places, but they always pose as attractive people.
Mhm.
So, and we tell you all different ways to find out if you're actually talking to a real person. And one of the easiest ways to do that is we always say, well, do a video chat. And they usually won't do video chats. That's usually when they go bye-bye. But this cartel is making so much money that they have a model on call. So you see all the pictures. Now you're talking to somebody else. You're talking to another dude. And they're probably talking to a bunch of people at once. And they got a translation app there. But then if things progress and you want to see her, they will have the model on call and you'll do a FaceTime with her and go, oh, well, this is real. And next thing you know, you download whatever they want you to download. And when it's time to get, and you'll see profits, as we've talked about before. And then when it's time to get your money, they'll give you a song and a dance, and there won't be any money, and there won't be any girl. But what makes these guys so different and special is that they have the model on call. We've only seen this once before, and I hadn't really heard of this before when we did Juliana Avalos, and it seemed like she was helping the African scammers with pictures, and then we fast forwarded a bit, and it turns out she was actually scamming somebody herself. That she was actually scamming them. But I didn't have 100% proof that she was working with African cartels. It seemed a little bit, and this is over a decade ago, it seemed less professional. Like maybe they would ask for a picture. It did not seem like she was doing video chats with them, because she was doing her own video chats with guys she was luring on her own. It did not seem she was working with the cartel. So this takes it to another level, because if you're trying to help a scam victim, you go, all right, well, just do the video chat. And then they show you the video chat, changes everything. So you got to go back to the clues. Well, is it too good to be true? Do they want you all, if they met you on Instagram or Match.com, why are they in such a hurry to get you off that platform? Are they promising you can't lose money? There's the red flag. It goes back to the basic red flags. Because if they got a model on call, and I don't think most of them do, but if they have a model on call, it's just a different game.
Yeah. Actually, it's amazing that they have a model on staff. And
Yeah.
they're making so much money on this is they can afford to pay to have a model on staff. They have there's 3 buildings that they work out of. They have a truck out there to handle all the internet communications. I mean, it's a very big operation. It's not like they're in a hut or anything like this. This is a modern business.
This was actually done in Dubai, and it said they had like 1,000 people on staff.
Incredible. The size of the production.
But as Joe said, it tells you how they're making so much money. So if you're a scammer or you're working for them, and a lot of people are going there looking for real jobs and not realizing that they're scamming people, there's that element too. But if you can get them to download the app, that raises your pay, and now you are their what they call client. And I've been dealing with these pig butchering scams, and I haven't downloaded an app. I guess I could download the app, but I don't even leave whatever platform I want to talk to them on, which with these pig butchering scams, it really ends quickly. If I go, no, I'm not going to do WhatsApp. I'm not going to do Telegram. And they'll say they'll do video chats, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. They really want to get you off off the platforms. It's pretty actually easy to delete somebody on Instagram. Like if they ask you for money, you can report that and you can delete them. It's actually easier than it ever was on Facebook, and they're owned by the same people. I also think Google Chat, you can get people deleted. And again, a lot of this is nudity too, which then I get concerned because I'm sending dick pics. Not my dick, but I'm sending somebody's dick. Oh, I gotta edit that. Richard pics. I'm sending Richard pics.
And you should stop that, really.
Sending special guest penis, yes.
Yeah. I'll give it to them. They're like I said, they are getting better and better at this. So I'll
Well,
give.
and also, like, once you get cartels involved in it, and I mean, the money has often been filtered to terrorism, but now now we're dealing with cartels that are probably also dealing with drugs, also dealing with you know, oh gosh, what's the word when you take people and people
Human trafficking?
trafficking? Thank you. All kinds of trafficking.
Well,
Uh,
it did not seem like this model was being human trafficked. It seemed like she was there of her own volition, knew what she was doing, because she felt the other alternative for her was porn.
yeah, this is all she could do. Oh, poor thing. It's really scary because the one thing that we've always told people that if you can get video chat, then there's a good possibility you have a real person on the other side. This is a big step up for them.
I mean, I still think the video chat is the way to go because most of them don't have this, and a lot of times you're not dealing with the cartel. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly a game changer. Like I said, I have them now showing me who they really are. I have them showing me who they really are, and like so, I'm in relationships with Nigerians, and they're showing me who they are, and I've had a few video chats that way. But yeah, they're evolving, they're adapting, they're getting better, they're getting more serious, they're getting less tolerant of my nonsense. Although I have one that I've been talking to, it's got to be close to a year, and I can't believe we're still talking. But they come around like a stray cat that you haven't seen in 4 months. All of a sudden they're sniffing around.
Well, perhaps, I mean, with some of these people, maybe like you said a long time ago, you're the highlight of their day.
Well, Joe said that about me. But
Yeah,
all right.
and
Well, we'll take a break and we'll come back to our very own little scammer, Elon Musk. We'll be right back. All right. This segment is 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Jingles, jingles.
I can't believe she thought the only thing she had that she could do is porn or scam people. Come on.
She might not be that bright.
Maybe not, but I mean, you can still wait tables.
It is a game changer, though. You got to give it to the scammers. It's a game changer.
Yeah, it really is. Uh,
That means they have money behind them.
yeah, and they're going to convince these poor schlubs that this is a good idea because she seems so real
Well, she
and
is real.
so nice and purty.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
This is Davin.
All right, we're back. Last segment of the night. Let's do some scamming scammers. Now to us, we scam the back. So join us for Davin Den Scams the Scammer. All right. Last week was fairly eventful because it turns out there's other people pretending to be Elon Musk. I find that hard
What?
to believe. Yes, but other people are pretending to be Elon Musk, and somebody got scammed by a fake Elon, and fake Davin wanted his Elon to repay the scam victim, but but our Elon was like, slow down, maybe not yet.
Why is this my problem?
Well, I mean, it's true. It's really not his problem, but it would certainly prove that he's real, right?
It would. If he's got all that money to throw around, he could help this person.
Absolutely. So we'll go to May 10th of 2023. Oh wow, a reasonable time. He says good morning, 11:14. So then he goes, I'm sorry, but I can't help your friend. I guess this will make you leave. Oh, he can help my friend. I go, you said yourself it would be the right thing to do to help him. He goes, so then the next day, he's not responding so quickly now. The next day, he goes, okay, is he on Instagram? I go, he is not. This happened on a SpaceX page on YouTube. So this must have actually happened. I must have read this. So now I'm telling Elon this happened on somebody who was a fan of yours.
Yeah. And he should feel bad about it and help.
He goes, I don't think so. He goes, well, there's nothing I can do for now. Let's hope for the best. If you're ready for the investment, let me know now, sir. Good morning, sir. I go, seems like you're fine with scammers. And I give him a crying emoji. He goes, no, I'm not. It's just that this is not what I'm here for. I go, I thought you were here to help people. That's what you said.
Oh, yep. Nailed
He
to the
goes,
hall.
he goes, yes. So help me help you out, sir. That old gag. Help me help you.
Hmm.
He goes, by investing in any of my companies. I go, you'll help more people by going after scammers. That is more important to me. So the next day he goes, well, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I can't help you with that. You would think he would lie and try.
Right. I
Maybe he's
mean,
getting sick and tired of you.
he's like, no, I'm not getting anywhere near to anything that smells like I have to put out money.
So he asked me if this is a deal breaker. And then the next day he messaged me, May 12th. Good morning, sir. I don't understand why you're not replying to my mean messages, but I'm giving you my 200% assurance that if you invest today, you'll get your profit for sure. And look at the bright side. I've helped people that you can even imagine. About 140 people have invested in my companies, and you were the first I sent the request.
So what? I win a prize?
Well, I mean, like everybody's making money, and I'm sitting there on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. So you're a
Yeah, but
big dummy.
guaranteeing that you're making money. Nobody guarantees you're making money.
I go, here's the problem. The scammer gave my friend the same such assurances. It does not help your cause that you won't do even the most basic things that would prove you are the real Elon. Remember, I trusted my financial advisor and he was a scoundrel. My girlfriend left me over you, and then you name a new Twitter CEO, which I applaud Elon for, but you don't even mention it.
Scoundrel. Oh, what? 1800s London? You scoundrel.
What would you call a financial advisor that takes all your money?
A creep. Scoundrel. Why, you scoundrel? Come here. I will slap you with my drum and have it do it.
Listen, man, fake Davin is down on his luck. His girlfriend left him because fake Davin believed Elon instead of her. Financial advisor took my money. I have a very sick uncle. I mean, I'm not asking for much from Elon. My pal, my buddy.
Nobody knows the trouble fake Davin's seen.
Exactly. He goes, well, I guess there's nothing I can do to convince you then. I go, I'm sure you can think of something. You are the genius.
Oh, throw it back in his court. Come on, come up with a solution. Impress me.
Yes. He goes, well, I will, but not right now. So what's it going to be for you? I go, I'll give you time to think. He goes, I have thought about it, and I think you should invest. I go, I know you do.
I knew you were going to say that somehow.
He goes, so when do you want to invest? I go, a lot going on right now. Let's table this for today. He goes, okay, so what's it going to be? I go, did I not just say I'm busy and can't right now?
And does he not understand what tabling something means?
He does not. He goes, all right. So then he hits me up the next day. Hello, sir. How are you doing today? I go, I'm good. And you? He goes, I'm fine. How's everything going? I go, pretty good. I go, you're a smart guy. What do you make of this? I started talking to a Nigerian woman, and she is pretty. We have video chatted, but she's asking me for money after a week of talking. She also started calling me baby and dear after a day. Is this weird in your opinion? What?
Oh, I just love you're asking a scammer for help with a scammer.
What? He wants to help people. Here's his
I know.
chance.
I want to hear what he has to say.
He goes, well, women have about 45% chances of falling in love with a guy they've never met before. But I'll say it's weird. So have you thought about my proposal all this while? So he gave me it's weird. He really didn't want to get into that.
No, but he has a very precise percentage of how many women fall in love based on absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I feel like he took that out of thin air.
Oh yeah.
I go, I never had that statistic. I think you made that up, LOL. Well, I go, well, honestly, this woman has been taking all my free time and thought. I've been lonely since my girlfriend left me. So you think she's just after my money? He goes, I can't say for sure, but I guess so. Back, woman, back! I'm after his money. You can't have it.
I'm the first lien holder. I got dibs.
Work your own side of the schmo. I go, oh, this is upsetting. I appreciate your honest opinion. I go, why are so many people trying to get money in dishonest ways?
Oh,
He
nice.
goes, he goes, so those that include me? Is that what you think about me? I go, I said no such thing. Geez, man, guilt complex much? You know, my friend was just scammed. I was referring to his situation. He's a little defensive, isn't he, Elon?
Yeah, yeah, but nice counter.
He goes, I'm sorry about that, but that's not me. I go, I did not say it was you. He goes, so what is holding you back from investing? I go, my uncle. It is his money, as you know. He's not doing well, but he needs the money right now. So I'm trying to figure it all out. He goes, I understand, sir. But if you really believe in my work and trust me, I promise you won't regret it. I feel like I will. I feel like I would definitely regret it.
I don't know what you're basing that on.
So I go to him, I go, I know that's your position. He goes, so what's it going to be now, sir? And we go to May 14th. Good morning, sir. Happy Sunday to you. And then he waits like 4 hours. You haven't responded to my message, sir. I go, correct. It's Mother's Day. Go spend time with the mother of your many children, my man.
He is really relentless every single day, all day.
Well, this is probably further than he's gotten with anybody else.
Probably looking at his caliber of scamming ability.
Yeah. He goes, okay, but promise to talk about it tomorrow? I go, if I'm free, we will. He goes, okay. May 15th, 11:09. He goes, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Hope you're not busy. 1:14. I guess you're busy today. Well, have a nice day. At 3:22, I go, you too. He goes, are you really that busy? I go, of course. Aren't you? I see you're doubting me. We can add that to your insults of me. Every time I think maybe I'll give you a shot, you remind me why I keep my money away from you. All right. I guess that's a place where we'll leave it for now.
Okay.
So what do you think?
You're both garbage.
Yeah.
Why am I garbage?
Because you're taking stealing your uncle's savings.
I have not yet.
You're both garbage. You deserve each other.
That's funny. You do know that that's his fake money, right?
All right. I resent that. But here we go. Wednesday, March 13th, Garbage will be hosting trivia at Wicked Wolf Tavern in Hoboken, New Jersey. Actually, not Garbage. I'll be there, not fake me. So check that out. March 15th, Friday, I'll be in Dunmore, PA at the Scranton Comedy Club. For tickets, call 5703-572-693. And on Friday, March 15th, Side Splitting Productions presents a live comedy in Oakland, New Jersey at Portobello Banquets starring Eric McMahon. So there's your comedy for the upcoming week. And Joe has his insults, and we will call that a night. If you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us,
Tell no one.
either way, please keep on listening. There you go.
So you talked to the cat?
No, not recently.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
Oh, you said you did.
Like on Facebook, several days ago.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Why, you miss
Alright.
Why, you miss her?
All right. She didn't say anything about me, did she?
No.
You know,
Didn't miss me either.
we still haven't bought those cat trays if you need an extra.
I don't think she said anything about you.
I don't think she did either.
If she did, I'm sure I probably ignored it.
Probably.
Which
All
you
right,
should do too. Good night,
Thanks, guys.
guys.
Have a good week.
All right. See ya.